what do you do? Because right now it'll see Zach Wilson will start the week 2 game, Mike. It's a tough 6-game stretch to open the season for the Jets. But what do you think that they should do? Because Zach Wilson will be the guy. Boyle's behind him. I know there's rumors to say, hey, could we bring Joe Flacco back? We saw how that played out last season. But what would you do in this scenario if you're in charge of the Jets?
Ain't nothing. The best thing we did was get Aaron Rodgers to show Zach and his ego calm the F down, chill out, watch a professional work, and do what you need to do. I don't need Zach to be Aaron Rodgers. I need Zach to be Zach Wilson. Zach to not always look for the big play. Zach, when he sees a tight end crossing, check it down. Zach, when he sees a running back coming out the backfield, check it down. That's all I need Zach to do. And when you need to run. If you need to throw the ball out of bounds when you're running outside the pocket, throw the ball out of bounds when you're running outside the pocket. That's all I need Zach to do. For me, I don't think it was nothing on the field. I think it was more off the field with Zach. I think Zach was getting too big, getting too ahead of himself off the field more than anything. I think he was just listening a lot to the Kool-Aid on how good he was. And one thing I love about football, it's a humbling sport. You can be good 1 year, you can be out the league the next. One of the two. And he understood what it was when it came down to the business side. So for you, as a young lad coming in at the quarterback, to be like, if they bring a quarterback in, he's gonna give him hell. Well, shoot. Let me see you give Aaron Rodgers hell, because this is the guy we're about to acquire in the offseason. Calm, humble yourself, sit down, learn what it is on this business side, what it is to be a quarterback in the NFL. From that point on, Zach, when I watched the sideline, when AR got hurt and I watched that sideline, them boys looked at Zach like, okay, Zach finally got it. He finally got it. When I saw his receivers talking to him and Zach looked him in the eyes and, look, Zach, AR is down, but we need you from this point on. Zach finally got it. You know, Zach didn't know whether he was going to wait a year or two, depending on what AR did, but it came in the fourth regular season snap. Now he's back to starter. Now I think he's ready. I think for me, Mark, it was the maturity level from Zach on knowing how to carry himself, whether he was in front of the mic or in or out that building, on what it was to be an NFL quarterback. That's what I thought it was. I thought he had all the tools. So now you acquire Aaron Rodgers and him have to sit and see how professional acts, think, and what he does coming in. He's better off now.
Like, this is where we're going to agree to disagree. I watched some of the Manning cast, and I know it's one clip. I know it's one play. When I see Peyton Manning losing his mind over Zach Wilson, trying to run around behind the line of scrimmage instead of executing the play, stepping up into the pocket, knowing where to throw the ball, doing the things that aren't always popular and aren't the flashy play, but sometimes you live to see another down. I've just seen that with a big enough sample size, in my opinion, with Zach Wilson. At least for the short term, he'll have his opportunity with the Jets. If I'm the Jets, though, and it doesn't look good in week 2, I'd call over to the Titans, where they've got Malik Willis. They've got Will Levis from the draft. Tannehill's over there. I consider calling the Cowboys because they just traded for Trey Lance. You got Dak, Trey Lance. Hey, what would you want for Cooper Rush? I've heard Jacoby Brissett's name out there. The name you'll hear today, too, is Kirk Cousins, now that the Vikings are 0-2. I'm really looking at this week 2 game and really putting it under a microscope, Ike, because this Jets team is just too talented not to at least compete in that division. I don't know if they'll go to the Super Bowl. I don't know if they were going to go to the Super Bowl with Aaron Rodgers, but they have a lot of talent, a lot of different levels of their team. And I just don't want Zach Wilson holding that back this season. So that's where I'm at. And someone in the comments saying sign Cam Newton. There's going to be a lot of names thrown out there, but I haven't seen it from Zach Wilson to this point. And again, I look at what Peyton Manning is saying during the Manning cast. That was very telling, in my opinion.
Yeah. At the same time, he just. I mean, the game plan was Aaron Rodgers the whole time as well.
That's so fair.
Your whole game plan changed. And then you got to think about it. when we was watching Hard Knocks, what they were saying, offensive line. So of course the man is going to be running around scrambling for his life. It was an issue when Aaron Rodgers was starting. It's going to be an issue when Zach Wilson is starting. So
I'm with you there, Ike. I'm with you there about the Jets line. I'm with you.
Time will tell. Will we use more tight ends? Will we go to a 12 personnel now to help out, and we'll figure it out on third down, or we just gonna put all our chips on the table and say Zach take over? I don't think now they're going to say Zach take over. I think it'll become more of a 12 personnel team. Mark, make sure you get comfortable, get them in the groove. Then when we need on these third down situations, let Zach be Zach, and hopefully that's a good thing.